Welcome back to Legacy of Leaders, where we highlight leaders who are making an impact both locally and worldwide. I'm Morgan Yonge, and today I am joined by Karina Hex with Alpha Omega Hex Consulting. Karina, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I appreciate it. So will you tell us a little bit about what Alpha Omega Hex does?
As an advisory service, we focus on non-zero-sum methods in terms of fixing large-scale problems. And a little background, the zero-sum method would be something where you have a set amount of resources and you have to divide it among people. So in order for one party to be winning, you have to make others lose. Whereas non-zero-sum methods, the ones I prefer, are the ones where you can arrange all the stakeholders based on their needs and their goals and have a mutually beneficial solution to the issue at hand. Historically, when it comes to human evolution and development, it is always the non-zero-sum methods that prevail in terms of progress. So those are the ones I focus on.
Yeah, and you have a pretty extensive background in biology, biomedical. Will you share how you got started?
Well, I started with biochemistry and psychology in New College of Florida for 2 years, and then moved on to Florida International University, where I finished my bachelor's with biology and biomedical engineering, where I worked in a biomedical engineering laboratory there, working on nanoparticles and cancer targeting research. Then while working at Mayo Clinic, I finished my master's in UF with public health practice, where I focused on large-scale statistical models and evaluating the effects of multivariables in terms of large-scale global population and health issues.
Wow, that's amazing, and lots of study. Now it's paying off, which is lovely. And so who are the kind of people, who is your target audience, who do you serve?
I try to serve people who are trying to serve the greater good. In terms of my methodology, they work most for issues that affect the large scale of people with lots of stakeholders, and the bigger the better in terms of impact. Things that, of course, companies don't want to be mentioned in terms of the issues they're having. So, of course, there are NDAs involved, and privacy is a big part of the work I do. I can speak freely on large-scale issues affecting the whole nation, like the healthcare crisis and inflation.
So how is that affecting, well, how can your business affect these big issues?
I can give you solutions to those issues. For example, right now the focus is on minimum wage, whereas that would just drive up inflation. If you increase the minimum wage, it will not cap the profits. It would not revive the middle class, and it will make the seniors who have been saving all their lives make their purchasing power of the dollars they have dwindle. However, if we focus on maximum wage caps, inflation can be curbed or at least stopped from escalating further. And in terms of quality management, we can scale down the disparity between the top 1% and the bottom 99. So in terms of quality improvement, what that will entail right now is dividing industries based on the types that are in the United States, that employ United States citizens, and seeing what is the current difference between the CEO salary and the lowest paid employer, and see where we are currently based on corporation groups. And seeing what is going to be the 10-year plan to cinch that disparity so that it doesn't widen. And from that, slowly, piecewise and stepwise, get to an equitable plan while we still have growth and development. So it's not complete socialism, but at the same time, the most vulnerable populations are protected.
Beautiful. That's very exciting stuff. What's your favorite part about what you do?
My favorite part about what I do is coming up with the best possible solution that can be found. the amount of people that can be positively impacted with an idea or methodology that I can put forth to the people who actually are in charge of making those kind of decisions. That is really what is driving me. And the long-term sustainability of course, planetary resources and the country that we're in right now. It's very important, the long term.
Yeah, and it's important to have that open-minded approach, because when you're open-minded, you're thinking outside of the box. And that sounds like that's exactly what you do on a day-to-day, is think outside the box. So viewers, thank you so much for tuning in to an episode of A Legacy of Leaders. We want you to think outside the box as well. And if you're needing some consulting or some help with that, reach out to Alpha Omega Hex, and our lovely Karina will help you out. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next episode of Legacy of Leaders.